Hi everyone, I'm back with the start, of my, 5-year channel anniversary. And with it, I've been planning on making a video kind of like this for a while, but I'm going to be reacting to more or less my old opinions on things, starting with my top 25 video games list that I made in February of 2020. Now, originally I wrote all of this down, but I decided to translate it to Samsung Notes because that would be way more convenient for a video. So yeah. Okay, so we are going to start from number 25, and I'm just going to be giving like kind of general reactions, just like, do I think it still makes the list, and just kind of my opinions on the game. I don't know. Hopefully this is entertaining. We shall see. My number 25? Okay, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Okay. This is a difficult one because I like this game. I really do like Smash Bros. And I think that the content in like every single Smash Bros. Game is a lot of fun, and Ultimate especially has to be my favorite. Like, I don't think much of the I don't think the rest of the series really like comes anywhere close to the amount of fun the gameplay style is in Ultimate. World of Light especially is a lot of fun. I never really played a lot of Brawl, so I don't really know a lot about Subspace, but I like the idea of a kind of Smash story mode single player kind of thing. And yeah, that was Ultimate. What else? The character roster is insane. I didn't really like the DLC all that much. Yeah, that's kind of my general opinions on it. Does it make my top 25 though? That's tough, because this is kind of like, as a party game, it's a lot of fun. As a single player game, it's also a lot of fun. It's just less fun. Like, it's not, I don't think it would make my top 25 now that I think about it. I think it'd make my like top 50 or something, but I don't think it would make my top 25. Still a good game, and like my amount of games played now and then is like a lot more now, but yeah, I like Ultimate. Number 24, Mario Kart 7. Ooh, really? Okay, this is a weird one. I like Mario Kart 7. It was the second or third, I think the third Mario Kart game that I ever played. It came with my 3DS, which is my favorite console ever. Like, I just really, really like the 3DS. I don't think it wouldn't make my top 25 now, but it's a fun game. I think the 3DS wasn't the right platform for it. It kind of feels like a party game on a single player only system. Like, it really feels out of place. I like Mario Kart 7. I definitely think it is some of the best tracks in the entire series. Some of the retro tracks are amazing. It's really, really underrated. The character roster is weird. Single player wise, it's not good. Honestly, playing it on my 3DS XL kind of cramps up my hands after just one Grand Prix, so I usually don't play it for very long. Usually I like playing Mario Kart 7 as a nostalgia trip, but it's not really all that good. I think 8 Deluxe, Wii, Double Dash, they're all way better than Kart 7. Also DS, I think, is better, but maybe we'll see more Mario Karts. We'll see. Ooh, okay. Splatoon 1 at number 23. Okay, so this was one of the first videos that I made on my YouTube channel.
Doing. Bam, bye.
Was of the first Splatoon game. I'm expecting to see Splatoon 2, like, even further up on this list as well. Okay, so this is a tricky one, because, I don't know, Splatoon 2 is like a definitive edition of 1, so I don't really think it's fair to put both of them on a list. Splatoon 1 is still a lot of fun though. I think it was made really well for the Wii U. I still have a lot of nostalgia for it, but coming back and playing it isn't really as easy because Splatoon 2 is just like so much better. I actually beat the entire campaign mode of Splatoon 1. It was just okay. It was just like, I wouldn't really say it was useless, but you can tell that they didn't really put as much energy into it as they did the multiplayer. Oh man, I do feel kind of sick right now. It wouldn't make my top 25 now, but I still, just because of Splatoon 2, I think Splatoon 2 would maybe make it or get close to it. I think Splatoon 2 would be like top 35, maybe not 25, but 35. I don't know. I like the first Splatoon game. 2 is such an upgrade. Okay, number 2 or 22. Okay, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. So we're just going down the nostalgia ramp here. 24 through 22 are all just nostalgia based. So I got this game day of release on the Xbox 360 in like 2015. It's a good game. It is. But it's nowhere close to as good as the Complete Saga. The Complete Saga on just any platform is such a better game than The Force Awakens. I still think that Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens is a great game, and what they brought forth with it makes me really excited for the Skywalker Saga Lego game. But this one's purely nostalgia. Like, I was 10 years old when this first came out. I was 10 years old when The Force Awakens first came out. That kind of blows my mind. But yeah, this is a fun game, but there are much better Lego games out there, and yeah, I think I just kind of put this in because of the nostalgia factor. 21, what? Okay, Banjo-Kazooie. What? That is a weird. Okay. Okay, so here's why that one's weird. So all of these games before this I've like beaten. I never beat Banjo-Kazooie. I don't even think I've beaten like half the game before. So I don't know why it's on this list. Banjo-Kazooie, okay. Like I'll say it's a fun game. Banjo-Kazooie is a really, really fun game, and it's like I really, really appreciate it. Like it's super underrated. It has some really, really fun things going on. It kind of gets stale though. Like after the first few worlds, like the first world is amazing. The first like 2 or 3 worlds are amazing. But after that, it kind of just feels like you're repeating yourself a lot. If I beat it, maybe I'd consider putting it like in my new top 25, which maybe I'll make in this. No, I probably won't. I might save that for some other time, but I don't think it would make my current top 25, but it's still a fun game. I need to beat it sometime though. It's on my backlog, but I don't. It's stale. Like it's hard for me to keep playing it. So yeah. 20, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Okay, so this is the first game that I would say deserves to be in my top 25. I like this game a lot. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I play this game all the time. I don't know where I would put it in my top 25, but it's a really fun game. I know Walter, the Germany Ball, as an example, really doesn't like it. And part of the reason why I like this game is nostalgia. When I first played this game, I think I was 9 or 10. But like playing it on Switch was just so much fun. Like I have Hyrule Warriors Legends on 3DS and I still really liked it. Definitive Edition just brings in all of these really cool aspects. And plus it has like bonus characters from my favorite game ever. So thank you very much. The combat's really fun. Usually I just play as Link, but even the simple combat, just it's so satisfying. If you find this game on sale for like $42 or even less than that, I would highly recommend buying it. Unless you like really don't like Warriors games, like this is a really fun game. I really do like it. Okay, hold up. What's going on here? 19 Super Mario Galaxy. No. No. Okay, so wow, I had an entirely different opinion back then. So this was before 3D All-Stars came out. Meaning this was before I even beat the game. This was when I played it on my Wii U. So when I first played this game, I'm sure many of you are thinking, oh, nostalgia on this. No. When I first played this game, I was 15. Like I was 14 or 15, one of the two. It was fun, but like on Wii I couldn't do it. On Switch, I actually like it way more with the controller, but on Wii, no. I'm kind of worried about the rest of this list. So Super Mario Galaxy is a good game. I'll say that. But I'm not a fan. I must have been thinking way differently back 2 years ago when making this, but this isn't accurate. I would be inclined to say that I feel differently now about the game. I really like the story. I really like what's going on with the Rosalina storybook and all that, but the gameplay here just isn't for me. Spinning around the Wii remote, I know a lot of people love it. I hate it. I hate when games force it in. I prefer this game on Switch, and even then, it wouldn't make top 25 for me. Okay, another weird pick. Doom 2016 is my second favorite game to come out in 2016. Yeah. So, I think on the last level of this game, all that I need to do is turn it on and beat it. And I've been like that way for about a year now. And I just can't do it for some reason. And maybe I'll talk about that later. Maybe one day I will finally beat it. This is a really fun game. This is one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. And honestly, like I really like this game. Doom 2016 brings just a lot to the table, and it's a lot of fun. Like, it's thrilling, the music is excellent, the enemy types are diverse, like there's a lot going on in this game, and I really like the first person combat of just jump around and be yourself, just destroy everything. Like, it's intense, but it's a lot of fun. The shotgun in this game is amazing. But yeah, it's the only Doom game that I've played. I really want to play the original, and just like the original 3, I guess. Maybe just the original 2. I don't really know if Doom 3 is good. But yeah, this is a good game. I would definitely recommend if you find it on sale, and it goes on sale a lot. So yeah. 17, New Super Mario Bros. DS. I feel differently about this game a lot. Like, sometimes I think that this game is kind of lame. Like, sometimes I really feel like this is like a 6 out of 10 game that's just not worth the trouble at all. Other times I feel differently. Other times I feel like this is one of the best Mario games of all time. Right now, though, I don't know. I think I would be inclined to say that it would make my top 25. It would be like number 24 or 25. Like, it would barely make it in. But it's a lot of fun. I obviously have heavy nostalgia for this game. I want to say this is the first Mario game that I ever played. Or like main platformer Mario. Yeah, this this was a lot of fun back in the day. There are some levels that I've immense amounts of nostalgia for. There's so much in this game that I love and appreciate. Like it's a good game. Yeah, this is definitely a nostalgia trip for me, looking at all these games. Maybe not really Ultimate, but yeah, this is definitely a nostalgia game. The mini games are so much fun. Yeah, this is a fun game. I've beaten it twice. I think I beat it before making this list. So yeah, this is a fun game. I wish it was longer. I wish it had a bit more content. But for a DS game in 2005 or 6, I think 2006, like it's good. It's good where it's at. It doesn't have to be like Morrowind or Oblivion with the amount of content. I do wish there was a little bit more. I wish they added like a few more bonus worlds or something, but it is a fun game. What do I care? Okay, back on the nostalgia craze. Wow. Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes for the Nintendo 3DS. This is a heavy nostalgia game for me. Honestly, if I played this game like now, having never played it before, it wouldn't make my top 50, I doubt. But the nostalgia I have for this game is crazy. I would be inclined to say it would make my top 50, maybe not 25, but top 50, just because of the nostalgia factor. Like, I really do like it. What else? I don't know. This is just a fun game, honestly. Like, you get to play as Batman and Robin in a... Like, I bought the, like, movie version of this game that just has all the cinematics. Yeah, this game is cute. That's all I'll say. It's fun, it's silly, but I like it. It's my favorite Lego superhero game. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is objectively better, but personally I like this one more. 15. Mario Kart Wii. The first video game that I ever played. I feel differently every single time I play it. Similarly to New Super Mario Bros. DS, sometimes nostalgia really affects me, other times it really doesn't. So I've replayed this game a few times, and sometimes I love it. Like, I really like it, and other times I think it's kind of lame. I can't give a concrete opinion on this. Like, I really can't. Mario Kart Wii is a good game, but I can't, like, fully say anything about it. I will say, I never played this game with motion controls as a kid. I will never play this game with motion controls. I went to a friend's house and he forced me to, and it sucked. Like, I really hated it. So I always play this game with a Wii Classic controller, and it's so much better for it. Some of the tracks really suck. Like, Grumble Volcano and Rainbow Road in Mario Kart Wii are just awful. They're so bad. But other tracks are a lot of fun. Coconut Mall is my favorite track of all time, and I don't think that's ever going to change. I like some of the Bowser's castles in Mario Kart Wii. Even some of the, like, basic ones I think are good. The character selection is amazing. Honestly, like, I change my mind a lot about Mario Kart Wii, but I want to say right now, I think it's a good game. I think I am absolutely out of my mind if I rate it below a 7 out of 10. But for now, I would say... it's hard to say if I would still keep it in my top 25. I think I would. Yeah, I think I would. It would just barely screech its way in there, but I definitely think I would. This is a fun party game, but even as a single-player experience, it's fun for me. There are so many good tracks. I like it a lot. Okay, here we go. So this is the first game on this entire list so far that I would say I think would be higher or, like, better on the list than it is right now. So right now it's number 14, and thinking about my current, like, top 10 favorite video games, I think it would make the top 10. Top 10 or top 12. It is really, really good. This is my favorite Sonic game, easily. Like, Sonic Mania comes close, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is just so much fun. Like, I can replay this game anytime. Like, this and F-Zero on the Super Nintendo are my happy games. Like, I can play them anytime and have a good time. Even if the game kicks my ass, like, I don't care. Like, it's hard sometimes, but it's fun in its own way. But yeah, I think this would most definitely make my top 25. This might even make my top 10. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was a lot of fun. Like, I've bought it 3 different times on Nintendo Switch. Like, it's a lot of fun. I'm inclined to buy it a 4th time. We'll say that. Yeah. Sega Ages, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Well, completely unnecessary for many. I would recommend buying it because it comes with the Knuckles expansion, comes with rewind features, it comes with save states and load states. There's like challenges in it. Like, it's one of the best versions I've seen of Sonic 2. It's not in widescreen, but other than that, it's really good. I like this game a lot. Okay. What? Okay, so we went from what? Okay, so we went from a game that I think is going to move up on the list to a game that's way down on the list. WWE 2K18 isn't very good. I had played 2K19 by this point. I had played 2K20 by this point. 2K20 is awful, but 2K19 is way better than 2K18. WWE 2K18, just the story mode blows. Like, it's not fun. The basic combat is okay, I guess, but it's more racked with glitches, and 2K19 is way better in combat. The only reason why I put this one higher that I know of was because of the creations. I made so many cool creations in this game, and it was a lot of fun. But 2K19 is definitively the better game. 2K18 is still fun, and I definitely have nostalgia for it. It would not make my top 50. I don't know why I put it in 13. I don't know what I was on, but it's good. Like, it's good in its own way, but it's not that good. I like playing it. There's parts of it that I do enjoy, but the story mode is awful. The ladders is the universe mode is just okay, and just the basic combat is so much better in the next game. Like, I don't think it deserves to be top 25. Number 12, Super Mario Bros. 3. This is the first one that I don't think would change in its spot at all. Like, I always think of Super Mario Bros. 3 as just outside my top 10. So number 12 I think is fair. This is a good game. This is classic. It's one of the best 2D platformers that I've ever played. I think Sonic 2 is better than Super Mario Bros. 3, but that's about all that I'm gonna say. Like, it's a really good game. A few of the levels kind of suck, and some of the levels are kind of short, but I don't really care about that. This is one of those games that I really like, and I don't mind playing through every once in a while. It's enjoyable. Number 11, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This is easily one of the greatest games ever made. This game is in my top 5. In fact, yeah, this game is easily in my top 5 games of all time now. Like, I didn't beat it until I think this year. Yeah, I beat it early this year. I almost wanted to make a review of it, but I didn't really know what I was gonna say. I still don't really know what I'm gonna say. Soundtrack is phenomenal. Soundtrack is the greatest soundtrack in any video game I've ever played. The gameplay is a lot of fun. The puzzles, some of them kind of suck, but most of them are really, really fun. This game is absolutely iconic. The story is amazing. I love so much about this game. I could replay it any day of the week and I would have a good time. Yeah, it's a little bit outdated in its presentation, but obviously it is. It came out in 1998. Like, I'm not playing it and expecting like mind-blowing graphics or anything. Like, an Ocarina of Time on 3DS is so good. Like, it's, in my opinion, the best version of the game. Like, I really, really enjoy it on 3DS. I've beaten it both on 3DS and on the re-release on GameCube. I have yet to beat it on Nintendo 64 since I don't own one, but I guess I have the Switch, like, NSO thing. Still amazing game. Like, once it gets to Adult Link, I kind of feel halted a little bit. Like, I'm not really as inclined to keep going in my adventure. But playing through Child Link, I can do that anytime. Like, it's so much fun. Yeah, this is a really good game. Like, highly, highly recommend. Okay, Lego City Undercover. Number 10, that's a bit high. This would definitely make my top 25 easily. Lego City Undercover is a really, really fun, extremely underrated game. Like, this is one of the most underrated games of all time. I am so willing to defend this game. But it does have some problems. The story isn't really portrayed in the best way. It's not... The gameplay is kind of like... I don't know. I don't really want to say mind-numbing, but it's not really made to be taken seriously. Yeah, that's my general thoughts. It wouldn't stay in my top 10, but it would definitely stay top 25. If you see this game on sale on Switch, please buy it. It's like, it goes on sale for like $6 and it is so worth it. Like, $6 for a masterpiece like this. Like, please do consider buying it. Like, it's so much fun. The open world aspect is amazing. Like, it's just a fun game. Like, it's made for kids, and obviously this is nostalgia once again buzzing in on me, but this is a really good game. This is one of the few games that I have on multiple platforms. Like, most of these games I only really have on like one console. Where was I? Number 10. But this is a game I have on PS4, Wii U, Nintendo Switch. I have the like prequel on 3DS. This is a really fun game. I really, really would recommend it. Like, please buy it on Switch. Please. Okay, so here's another game that's been pushed up recently. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. So I beat this game in 2020. But I want to say it was late 2020. It might have even been this year, honestly. I'm not entirely sure, but I remember I was at like the very end, or like close. I was at the Forest Temple, I think, or no, the Wind. I was at the Wind Temple, which is the last dungeon of the game, unless you count the like Ganon's Tower or whatever. Yeah, so I had played through like most to the entire game at this point. Like, I really knew what I was... I really liked playing through it. It was a ton of fun. I don't know where I would put it, though. I think Ocarina of Time is better, even though they both have amazing soundtracks. Two of the greatest video game soundtracks of all time. They both have really fun gameplay. A lot of people got annoyed by the fact that you have to like sail everywhere, but honestly, I like, I didn't even mind. Even as an impatient child that I was when I first played this game in like 2015, like I just, it was so relaxing and I found it fun in its own way. But yeah, I played this game originally on Wii U, so maybe like having the like Swift sale or whatever kind of like changes my mind on the sailing being fun thing, but I don't know. This is a really fun game. If you haven't played it before, I really recommend, but really there's only 2 platforms it's on, GameCube and Wii U, so kind of limited in your options. The Wii U version is definitely the definitive edition. It's just so much fun. Like, it looks really good. Like, even for a Wii U game, like it's just so, like, it's so good. Like, if they just straight ported the GameCube game, just like the GameCube, not Wii U, but the GameCube version onto Switch, and then just like, I don't know, just put it in HD and then widescreen and like that's it, like it would still look amazing. Like, that's just how well it has aged visually. But yeah, it looks really nice. I really would recommend. The puzzles, they're a lot easier than in most other Zelda games. Like, Ocarina of Time has some really tricky puzzles. I was never really confused in Wind Waker. Like, there was never a puzzle where I, like, really, like, had no idea what to do, or, like, a general head scratcher. Like, I never really felt that with Wind Waker. That didn't really, like, make me enjoy the game any less, though. I don't know. It's hard for me to critique this game, because it is still kind of a nostalgia game, but this is a really fun game. I really like the ending. I like a lot about this game. I really don't like its 2 sequels on DS. Those games are not good. But Wind Waker easily makes the list. I always debate on putting it top 5 at number 5 or number 6 on what would be my general list. But it would definitely make top 10. Okay, another weird one. Number 8, Super Mario Maker 2. This would not make my top 25 anymore. That's not to say it's bad, though. I just have a hard time finding this to be, like, rankable. So, obviously, Super Mario Maker 2, you make your own Mario levels. There's a story mode now. Like, it's pretty much just like Splatoon 2 to Splatoon 1. It's just a definitive edition, more or less, with a bunch of new stuff. I'm willing to call it a sequel, because it is, but this one's difficult. The story mode was kind of disappointing. Like, some of the levels in the story mode kind of sucked. Like, a lot of them just weren't fun, and I feel like there's so many levels in the 3D world style, and I think that the 3D world style kind of sucked, honestly. Like, I was never a fan of the 3D world style. The gameplay just didn't really fit with me. I don't know, it just yeah, I don't, it's hard for me to figure out, like, how I would think about this, because this game was fun, but I think it's a 7 out of 10 game now. It wouldn't make top 25. I think it would make top 50, just because, like, the co-op maker is actually kind of fun, and making levels is also fun, but the Wii U gamepad was just so much better for it, though I still do think this is the better game overall. I don't know, this one's hard. I don't think it makes top 25 anymore, though. Okay, here we go. Number 7, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. So, I had just beaten this game when I made this list. I remember that. that when I made this list, I had just beaten Uncharted 2, and I wanted to see where it ranked. I would be inclined, this and Wind Waker, I always fight over, number 5 or number 6. Because they're both completely different games, obviously. But they're both fun for their own reasons. Uncharted 2 has one of the greatest stories that I have seen in a video game. The graphics for a PlayStation 3 game are really, really good. Yes, I played the remaster on PS4, but even now with PS5, like, it still looks really, really good. What else? I haven't beaten Uncharted 4 yet, though I will say it's gonna make my top 25. Once I beat 4, like, it'll make my top 25. It's a really good game. It's better than 1 and 3. I don't know if it's better than 2 yet, but it's a really good game. What else? What else do I have to say about Uncharted 2? I don't know. The gameplay is a lot of fun. I think that it has some of the best gunplay that I've played in a third-person shooter. I would argue that the gunplay is more fun than it is in 3 and 4 and 1. Just looking at the upgrade from 1 to 2 is insane. I'm under the impression that Uncharted 1 was just okay. Like, it's a good game, but it's kind of like a 6 or 7 out of 10 for me most of the time. This is a straight 9 out of 10. This is almost a 10. This is like a straight 9 out of 10 game. Ocarina of Time is better, but that's just kind of how things are. I like the ending to this game. Yeah. 3 kind of tried to make this game a little bit worse in some ways, but I don't really think it succeeded. This is still a really, really fun game. I like Uncharted 2. I think once I beat 4, I'm going to do an Uncharted rankings. I still haven't played The Lost Legacy yet. I'm not going to worry about that. I hope that they make a 5, but at the same time, I know, like they said, Nathan Drake's story is done, so I don't know. You can do it with other characters, I guess. We'll see what happens, but Uncharted games are just a lot of fun. Like, they're just, in a lot of ways, they're turn off your brain fun, but in other ways, like, they make you think. Like, there's puzzles in there. There's a lot of the things that I love about Zelda are kind of like put into Uncharted, except in a T-rated game that involves killing people. But yeah, also the fancy elements are really sick. Okay, so here we go. Top 6, Minecraft. Okay. So, Minecraft is obviously a really good game. You can, like, ranking it is almost impossible because, objectively speaking, you can't rank Minecraft. Minecraft, like, your opinions on Minecraft are your experience. Everyone's experience with Minecraft is completely different. Okay, so I wouldn't rank Minecraft with any video game. Like, meaning it wouldn't make my top 50, not because it's bad, but because you can't compare it. Like, you can't compare Minecraft with anything else because it's not, like, it's just so different. It's so radically different from everything else that it's, I don't know. This is a really fun game, but yeah, I just can't really rank it with anything else. I guess I would say it fits, but I don't know. Like, it depends on your experience, I guess. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 5. Okay. I guess I'll say something positive. The soundtrack in this game is really, really good. The character selection is pretty good. I wish Diddy Kong was in the game, but whatever. Donkey Kong is the only, like, character from the DK games that is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Why? I really like the tracks. Mute City and Big Blue are easily my two favorite tracks. Hyrule Circuit, like I like a lot of the tracks in this game are really good. The online play is amazing. This is one of my favorite games to play online. This would not make my top 10. This might make my top 25, but that's a huge might. I think if Mario Kart Wii makes it in, then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe makes it in, because I think 8 Deluxe is better than Wii. I don't know, this is weird. This is a fun game, but I think I was too heavy on party games at the time, or multiplayer. It's like 8 Deluxe is here, Minecraft is on here, Mario Maker 2, 2K18, Mario Kart Wii, like Mario Kart 7, Splatoon 1, Smash Bros. Yeah. What's next? Okay, Splatoon 2. So I figured it would be on here, but number 4 is way too generous. I think, now that I think about it, I think Splatoon 2 would be in my top 25. I think it's better than 8 Deluxe. I don't think the story mode is as good. Then again, I haven't even beaten Splatoon 2 story mode. I have no interest in beating it. This one's harder to replay though. Like, it's addicting in its gameplay, but like after every single game, like whether I win or lose, I just kind of feel like, do I really want to keep playing? Like, do I really want to keep going? But yeah, I think top 25, yes. Top 20, probably not. I don't know. This is a fun game, but I don't know what I was on. This is not accurate at all. Yeah. That's my take. That's my take. Splatoon 2 is a really fun game, just not that fun. Yeah. Also, the new, like, I can't even remember the name of it. The thing where you, like, fight bosses and stuff. The co-op. I don't really like it. Grisco, that's what it's called. I don't really like it that much. I thought I would. And the gameplay is still fun in it. But it's just, I don't know, it's not really for me. Like, I think also the swapping weapons around doesn't really help. I like to have the same weapon every single time, and that's just always been my take with Splatoon. I want to have a paint roller or a gun, or the machine gun. If I don't have either of those, then I'm going to be upset. Like, I don't know how to use a paint bucket, or the brush or anything. Yeah, I haven't even played the DLC for this game. Moving on. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So this was the first live stream that I ever did on this channel, was of playing Breath of the Wild. That has since been deleted because it got a copyright claim and I was scared and I didn't know how that worked, so I just deleted the entire video. Breath of the Wild is my number 2 right now. I think I know what's at number 2 on this list, and that is probably my number 3 game. I think I swapped these. A lot of people think Breath of the Wild's story could have been better. And yeah, like, it could have been a little bit better, but I think it's really good. Like, I really, really like the story of Breath of the Wild. I, like, genuinely really, really like it, and it's one of the reasons why I absolutely despise Age of Calamity, which I will go on a rant on. Like, I have a video planned for reviewing Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That game is getting a rant, and it is gonna be brutal. But Breath of the Wild is just such a special game. Like, it's genuinely just special. That's one of the main ways that I can describe it. This is my second most played game of all time. I think. Yeah, second most played game ever. I've played 250 plus hours on this game. On Wii U, on Nintendo Switch. It's just so much fun. Part of it is kind of nostalgia. I played this game first in April of 2018. Or no, April of 2017. Wow. So I was 12 when I first played it. On Wii U. And then I got it for my birthday on Nintendo Switch in 2018. And I just kept playing it. Like, the open world experience is so amazing. This one I did buy the DLC for on both Wii U and Switch. And it's so much fun. Like, I don't actually like the second DLC all that much. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, it's so much better. But other than the motorcycle that you get for it, like, I don't really think, I didn't really have as much fun with it as the first one, where you genuinely, like, you get to see all the area you've explored, and it gives you more reasons to explore, which is all that I want. Like, I love just exploring places and, like, not teleporting to shrines, just, like, seeing how far I can go in the map without, like, teleporting somewhere, and just, like, it's so much fun. The combat is amazing. Like, this is a good game. This easily makes my top 3. I would play it all over again if I had the time to. Like, it's amazing. Yep, that's what I figured. Spider-Man PS4. Okay. This one I always debate over. Number 2 or number 3. It's not number 1. Neither is Breath of the Wild. My number 1 game of all time will never change. But it is really, really good. I have beaten this game 4 times. And if I were to like actually use my PS5 and like, then I would buy Remastered and I would play through it in like 2 days. Because I would be willing to go through that entire experience again. I live streamed my first playthrough of this game, and it was just like, maybe that's why I really like it, because of the nostalgia of like actually live streaming on the channel. But yeah, I 100% completed this game, which I rarely 100% complete games. Like, it does not happen commonly. Like, the only games I've ever 100%ed are this, my number 1, and Miles Morales. Like, that's all that I can think of that I've ever 100%ed. Like, it does not come commonly. Yeah, this is a really, really fun game. I would highly, highly recommend it. Whether it's the villains, the story, the gameplay, the combat, just all of it's amazing. The web swinging. There's, like, only a few minor things that I don't like about it, and, like, it's really minuscule. Really, like, the only thing that I, like, genuinely don't like about it is that you can't replay specific missions. Like, you just have to replay the entire game over. Miles Morales changed this, and I think Remastered also did. But that is really lame that they didn't think to do that to begin with, but whatever. Every single collectible was fun to get. This is an amazing game. Like, I know I changed it to number 3 later on, and this is now my number 3 and not my number 2. But like, it and Breath of the Wild are neck and neck. Spider-Man PS4, easily my favorite PS4 game, my favorite PlayStation game. I don't see it ever leaving my top 5. Like, it's just so good. And my number 1, obviously, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. This is my favorite game of all time. This is never going to change. Obviously, nostalgia plays into it. I was 8 years old when I first played this game, but I don't care about any of the critiques anyone has ever given this game. I got this game for Christmas in 2013. The game was like a month old at this point, And it just, man, it's just such a great game. Like, it's genuinely just every single moment of playing it just makes me like almost shed a tear in a way, just because of how like personal of a journey I always feel like I'm going on when I play it. The puzzles are amazing, the gameplay is amazing, the combat is so good, like the story is really good. I just love so much about this game. Like, this is the reason why I love The Legend of Zelda, is because of this game. This game will always be my number one, as it will never change. I will never change this. Like, I will have to genuinely screw up my mind in order to remove this from number one. It's so good. I've replayed it just so many times. Like, I've lost count of how many times I've replayed it. I replay it in January or February every single year, just because like I just feel inclined to. Like, I'm really looking forward to in a few months, or not a few months, in a few weeks, just like going through this game again and playing through all of it. Like, it's just that much fun. I hope that they have an HD remaster of this game on Switch. I don't expect it, but it would be so cool, because like really the only critique I can give is like, I don't know, it looks old now. Like, it looks kind of old now in comparison to when it first came out, because it's on 3DS. It's in like 240p or something. But it on Switch in 1080p would just look so amazing, and I think would allow people to appreciate it a bit more. I love the item renting, although usually I just buy all my items. I love that it's really not that hard to gain rupees. I love that you can upgrade the Master Sword. I love using every single item in this game. There is not a single item in this game that I do not like using. Like, everything is just so good. Every single dungeon in this game is fun. Like, there is not a single dungeon in A Link Between Worlds that I dislike. Like, I cannot say that about any other Zelda game. Because there are, like, even in Breath of the Wild, like, the dungeon of the second DLC pack sucks. Like, I really hate it. In Ocarina of Time, like, the water temple and the forest temple below. Wind Waker, what is it, like the earth temple or something? The, like, the one where you get the mirror shield. That one sucks. Like, that is a really bad dungeon. In Link's Awakening, the Eagle Tower just is such a bad level. It's so bad. In just like I could keep going down the list. I don't really feel like it. But yeah, this is easily my number one. Okay, so this list overall, I don't even think was all that bad. Like, number 13, number 19, number 24, like, some of these were weird picks. Number 8, like, I don't know what I was thinking with some of these, but overall I don't really mind. Like, a lot of my favorite games are still on this list, so it's cool to look back on. But I'm gonna name a few games that aren't on this list that are definitely like on the list now. BioShock Infinite, actually, I bought that game and played it in January of this year, so obviously it wouldn't have made the list because I wouldn't have played it yet. It's the best first-person shooter I've played in my entire life. It is so good. F-Zero on the Super Nintendo, I played it, like, I first played that game in 2019. I don't know why it's not on the list, but it's also phenomenal. Like, it's really, really good. What else? Final Fantasy VII Remake. I played that game also this year for the first time. That is a phenomenal game. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim and Oblivion. I don't know if those would make my top 25 right now. but they're incredible games. They, like, I think maybe Oblivion would. No, they both would, honestly. Like, they're both really good. Uncharted 4, I haven't beaten it yet, but when I do, like, it will make my list. The Last of Us, also an incredible game. What else? Oh, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Wait, was Super Mario World? What? I didn't put Super Mario World on this list. My goodness, that easily makes it. Super Mario Odyssey. Like, where is that? I played through that in, like, 2017. I played that before I played Splatoon 2, and it's not even on the list? What? Yeah, there are some weird games that aren't included on here. But that's kind of the fun of it. Like, it's fun to look around at this. Maybe I'll do this again sometime. I'll definitely be changing my mind on games for a long time to come. The Link's Awakening remake, I first played that game like day of release, and I didn't like it at first. When I made this list, I didn't put it on because I didn't like it. But now it's like top 15. I don't know if it's top 10. It's close, but I don't think it quite makes it. But it's definitely top 15 or 20. Like, it's really good. Yeah, so there we go. There's my 5-year video number 1, talking about my top 25 games before. Yeah, so expect more to come. I got a lot planned for this, and honestly, this was a lot of fun, and I wouldn't mind doing something like this again. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see everyone in the next video. Goodbye.